Hi everyone, I'm Judy Carroll and I'm here to talk about my latest book entitled An Interview with an Alien, Comments by an Undercover ET. This book is based on a book that was published in 2007 by author Lawrence Spencer entitled Alien Interview that covers information sent by an American military nurse, Matilda McElroy, who is said to have had telepathic communication with an ET by the name of Elle, who was a survivor of the Roswell crash. Now, I read this book some years ago and I was surprised on 2 points. One, quite a lot of the information was, or I shouldn't say quite a lot, some of the information was fairly authentic. From what I understand, I come from the perspective of a blended Zeta grey Earth human consciousness. So I've had contact with both cultures all my life, and some of the information that was entailed with Lawrence Spencer's book is very authentic, and it was information that nobody else was talking about back then. But at the same time, quite a lot of it is disinformation and just plain nonsense. So, okay, we've got Paula here to introduce some questions. Paula Jane, my co-host on our Just Love interviews on YouTube. So here she is.
Hi Judy, hi everybody. Well, Judy is all smiles today because the companion to An Interview with an Alien, Comments by an Undercover ET, is also now available from Amazon as an ebook. It is called Cosmic Spirituality, Blending Religion and Science in Oneness from an off-planet perspective. So these books are a result of a lot of time and energy, attention and love, and Judy would love to share them with you. They are currently available from Amazon as an ebook. Okay, so let's get into the next question. So Judy, what makes you doubt the authenticity of the first book, Lawrence Spencer's book?
Okay, Paula. As I say, I'm coming from a blended soul perspective, and there are certain terms used in the book that just don't resonate with me at all. Firstly, they use the word alien, which is absolutely no as far as we're concerned. We don't like that word at all. I've used it in the title of my book because I'm trying to link it back to Lawrence Spencer's, but I would never otherwise use it in a book. On page 51 of the Alien Interview book, Matilda McElroy, who claims to be a Catholic, comes up with her shock when Elle the ET refers to Earth humans as immortal spiritual beings. Matilda's claim is that as a Catholic, I don't believe that. I've never learned that or thought of human beings as being immortal. Now, this is absolute rubbish. I was educated in a Catholic convent, so I'm Catholic. I know the Catholic religion very thoroughly, and I know that in Catholicism we are looked upon as being immortal spiritual beings. So this was the very first thing that came up quite early in the book that made me start to question the authenticity of the whole thing. No genuine Catholic person would ever make such a claim. Now, also, there were several terms used in the book that are just not correct. Elle refers to the artificial bodies that she's in and that other Zetas use as being doll bodies. Now, this term is not used. I've never heard it up on the ship or from any other of my Zeta friends who are down here in Earth human form. We refer to the artificial bodies as containers, as in container for the soul. So I have no idea where that term doll body came from. The other thing that she refers to is the domain. Elle claims to be a member of the domain. Now, also, this is not the term used by the genuine Greys. We refer to ourselves as guardians or watchers. I have never ever heard the term domain used. And then further on from that, she talks about the domain as conquering and invading planets, and this is another thing that is never done. The domain, or what we call the Watchers or the Guardians, are here in purely a peacekeeping guardianship role to assist with the evolution of human species. So planets are never invaded or conquered. That's absolutely nonsense. It rather reminded me of Star Wars fiction, and that's what I think that a lot of this book is. It's basically just fiction. Um, Also, she talks about the untouchables sent to Earth and claims that Earth is a prison planet, and this is absolutely wrong. Planet Earth is a school planet, it's not a prison planet. And she talks about these untouchables as the absolute dregs of the universe being sent here. This is not correct at all. Now, in the book, she also states, and I'll just read here from my notes, on page 71, Elle states that the percentage of physical planets with a breathable atmosphere is relatively small. Then on page 75, she totally contradicts herself by saying the complete opposite, that there are approximately 60 million Earth-like planets in the Milky Way galaxy alone, not to mention the vast expanses of the domain and the territories they will claim in the future. Now, even that last statement is completely wrong. The true watchers and guardians do not go around claiming territory. Again, this is Star Wars fiction. The last point that really put me off this book is on page 110, where Elle refers to the Arcadia Regeneration Company. Now, this is absolute nonsense. What she's doing, she's making out that universal life is manufactured on a factory production line. This really was the icing on the cake as far as I was concerned with this book. I thought, no, I've got to get out and say something about it. With my connection with the Roswell people, who were Zeta Greys, my connection with the Zeta Grey collective consciousness, this upset me very deeply to have such nonsense put out in a book that's so widely read. Okay, I think that's about enough to be covered today, so we'll leave till the next segment some more questions that Paula's going to ask, so I'll give you back to Paula.
Thank you, Judy. So we're looking forward to the third question in the series. It's all very interesting. So sending you love and blessings until next time. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.